Hello everyone, my name is Hafrishah from Paulson.org, and that is the all-new 2017 Honda CR-V. The one next to it is the old model. The new one is not launched here in Malaysia just yet, but now we can get a short test on the car's acceleration, braking, as well as a small slalom test. Now, on to performance. This new one has a very small engine, a 1.5 litre turbocharged engine compared to the old one's 2.4 litre engine. The new one makes 193 PS and 243 Nm of torque with CVT transmission. The old model has a much bigger engine, a 2.4 litre naturally aspirated motor matched to a 5-speed automatic. This one makes 190 PS and 222 Nm of torque. So that's about the same amount of power, but a lot less torque on the old model. So between the two, new versus old, which one's the fastest? Let's take a look. That's the new model, the 1.5 litre turbocharged engine, and as you can hear, the sound is very soft. Whereas the old one, you'll hear it now. Yeah, it sounds much louder. That 2.4 litre actually sounds very good, but now you hear less of it. To most people, that's going to be a good thing. On to performance, there's not much difference between the two. You can just feel a little bit more torque on the new model, but the bigger difference is not the power, it's the transmission. It's the 5-speed automatic in the old one, which changes the speed as you move along, whereas the CVT, it's very simple. It goes up very fast to very high revs and keeps it there as the car moves along. The difference is there. But if you are thinking of a very boring, very lethargic feeling, very rubber bandy CVT, that's not the case here because the new one is actually pretty natural. Next, full braking test. This is the new car. As you can see, it's all very undramatic. There's no deep dive on the front of the car. There's no dive on the front axle. The whole car stays level. So now next, we're going to see the old car. As you can see, there's a much bigger dive up front, and in such emergency situations, that car can lose a little bit of stability in terms of braking. For absolute braking performance, they're both about the same. I can't say that the new one brakes with a shorter distance compared to the old one because that's not true. The bigger difference is in braking stability. The new one will give the driver more confidence to pull off harder braking situations. So Honda has made certain differences here and there, slight improvements, but the new one is definitely a slight improvement. Now, the slalom test, the new car versus the old car. The new model certainly has a much lighter steering wheel compared to the old model, which has a heavier steering wheel. And as you can see, the old model had slightly more body roll as well. So between the two, it's not a night and day difference between the old model and the new one. The differences are very slight, very minor, both in terms of acceleration, braking, and handling. But it's an improvement on all three aspects. Having said that, those are very specific tests to show that the new one is better than the old model. It's all designed by Honda Malaysia. How this car feels out on the open roads, how it's like inside, we'll know more when we get the full car for a full review. So stay tuned to Paulson.org for that. This is me, Hafrishah, signing off. Thank you for watching.